they'll be heard. Patriot Hour. Turn down this music.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back again.
All right. How is everybody? Good morning. Good afternoon. Good evening.
Good evening to those who are, patriots all over the earth. Welcome.
All right. We'll sit here for the next 5-7 minutes. Chit chat with some of the patriots that are gathering, showing up. In
Bill
the
Susie Q
top
from
chat.
Arkansas.
Arkansas is in the house.
Mighty Python 24. What's up, everyone? Love Mighty Python. I love their movies. Great. Favorite. One of my favorite scenes is when they're galloping on the horses using coconuts, and they're just not really on horses. Click, 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 click. Yeah.
All right, so we're still not real sure on the timing of the weekly Patriot Hour that we're doing right now. So we're still just going to kind of wing it. If we want to do it 2-3 times this week, whatever, we're going to play around, look at numbers, take everything that you guys have been telling us into consideration as well.
Been talking to our webmaster about what some of the input you guys have given us, and we're doing some R&D. We did a little bit of garage talk R&D last night, trying to trying out some new angles of communication and
Yes.
content. Really excited about that. So
Comms are
not
strong,
only
folks. Comms are strong.
strong.
Florida in the house. Florida's in the house. South Dakota's in the house. Bizwoofer.
Oh yeah.
Mighty Python 24, Florida. Connie Crum,
Columbus,
Florida.
Ohio.
Renfree, shout out from Florida. Florida. I got some Ohio.
Yeah, the Knights who say, Nate.
Columbus.
Yeah, wake up, Jeff. Yes.
James Messer, Columbus. Been there, done that.
Sister Mary, love the Patriot Hour. We love you, Sister Mary. Nice.
Right.
Nice. Mississippi. Oh, Kentucky in the house. Germany. Vasislos, Germany. Russell Bobello, Orlando. Got Ohio. North Carolina,
Snyder,
New Jersey,
Ohio.
Michigan.
New Jersey, Michigan. Yeah, sup, Mike, Bizwoofer. Ontario, Canada. PJ Peterson.
Yes.
Got some Ontario in the house. Texas in the house. Jersey, Chicago. Louisiana, Arizona. Karen McInnes.
Getting
David
Patriots
Woodruff,
from all over.
Louisiana.
Up in there, northwestern Ontario, Canada. Nice.
Good morning, Patriots.
Yes.
What you are witnessing here is not safe radio.
No,
it is not safe radio.
Not safe.
So, this is
prepare yourself. For
Virginia, Oklahoma. Ooh. How's Virginia? How's the flooding up there? Orange County, California. What is up? What is up, everybody? We're up.
We're there. We're up.
In the
We're
news, looking at everything, seeing what's going on. We're the world up in here.
Gotta say, obviously, the bunch of buzz.
Thank you, Patriot.
Yes.
Thank you.
Indiana got a Hoosier.
Who's your daddy?
Only the King.
Who's your daddy, Olda King?
There you go.
It's a joke. I can see Mississippi and Louisiana from my house.
Staten Island, New York City. So, no, it's some pretty good stuff today.
Tracy Campbell.
Yeah, some pretty crazy stuff's been happening last couple of days. I know all you guys are coming out here. Okie from Muskogee. There you go. I know you guys are kind of
Ben and Jerry.
there you go. Yeah, maybe we can get some truth ice cream out to you with a little bit of nuggets.
Do we got anybody out there that's willing to partner up for some truth-filled ice cream?
Truth-filled ice cream. It's got to have some cookie dough nuggets of expand your mind. Maybe a dash of wig splitting on there, sprinkles of, we'll see.
Golf is represented. Who's your drag racing tires? Nice.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Anyone see all the put downs about Q during Trump's speech?
On a lot of the comments, he always gets a barrage of individuals that have strong opinions about the words that comes out of his mouth, for sure.
Out of who's what? Trump?
Yeah. No, we agree with you. Yes, Jesus is our Father. We definitely agree with you, for sure. The golf is represented. Nice.
Red Pill flavor.
Chattanooga, Tennessee.
That's what I'm talking about. Let's go. Ashley,
So,
one of the early Patriots to the channel, if I remember correctly. It's our little buddy.
Flower B says, swim across the pond. Ireland needs a good cleaning up as well. Yeah, you guys from the Northern Ireland to the Southern Ireland, there's a lot of internal turmoil within your guys' country as well.
Bye-bye, Rod. Where's Rod at right now?
Yeah, where is he at, folks?
Where's Roddo? Where's Roddo? Where's Roddo?
And I know you probably have covered this in some of your other stuff, but it's just amazing. I was listening to I think I forgot his name, another little podcast that I sometimes listen to, and he was saying something very interesting about how the resigning versus being fired, there's a huge difference in the way of, we all know that, as a federal employee, you can't get fired. You can't get fired. It takes long committees, long drawn out process to get fired. You've got limitations, but when you resign, well, all those little red tape and that's all opened up. So it's very interesting how people say, well, he should be getting fired and kicked out of there. Well, understand also that there's a process, and you can't just get fired, even if it's for treasonous information.
Yeah, no, that video that we just played
just
from
over, yep.
Project Veritas. He has that guy on tape saying, I'm a federal employee.
Oh,
we
yes.
can't get fired.
We can't get
I don't
fired.
know.
It's impossible.
He's real it's impossible. Next to impossible. I mean, yeah, I'm in the union and everything. And he talked about how he subverted his time at work and how he, if he did get questioned, he had everything already lined up in his head.
Mm-hmm. How he would do it and how he would react to those. So it's very interesting. And so, although a lot of us want to see the firing and getting kicked out and having the security guards walk you out, of the building, however, this way, you kind of take more from the individual. You resigning, you give up pensions, you give up health, you give up all kinds of this stuff. And it still harkens back to the hypothesis that we're in a movie and that these individuals have now played their part and they're slowly dying off in the film. And this time they start to get on to the big main show.
Yes. All right, here I'm pulling up some... A little bit of Rod.
Is reportedly a wimp. It's funny. Fine. He's on the chopping block before. See, it seems like a lot of these references, if you were just skimming through and not really aware of the
historic wimp. And everything's turning on him now. New York Magazine. The Time. Rumors fly that Rod Rosenstein resigned or was fired. Here's why it would matter. And see, all this is kind of coming out now, folks. The New York Times reports Deputy Attorney Rod Rosenstein wanted to wear a wire and discussed invoking the 25th Amendment to remove President Trump in 2017. He denies the account now and says it was just he was being sarcastic.
Oh, yeah. Haha, it's all a big funny, guys. I didn't mean it.
Yeah, maybe then can Trump get away with that same lingo?
Oh, of course not. No, he can't do that. That would be completely wrong.
CNN, here's 24 minutes ago, breaking news. Rod Rosenstein was on the chopping block.
Before, so this is not the first time he's come up for review and possibly asked to resign.
What do you Monday drama at the White House has official Washington buzzing about whether Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein will keep his job. But this isn't the first time we've been here. The week of April 9, the 9th, Rosenstein watch was on as well. The FBI had raided the home, hotel, and office of Trump's personal attorney, Michael Cohen. Trump sent a half a dozen tweets attacking the Russia investigation. Much of the bloodbath with Russia is caused by the fake and corrupt Russia investigation, headed up by the all Democratic loyalists, or people that worked for Obama. Mueller is conflicted of all except Rosenstein, who signed FISA and Comey letter. No collusion. So they are crazy, Trump tweeted. Several prominent politicians, especially Democrats, warned Trump not to fire Rosenstein. Rosenstein survived with aplomb. Since then, he's packed special counsel Robert Mueller for referring out criminal cases to other parts of the Justice Department and announced the indictment of 12 Russian military officers who allegedly hacked the Democrats in 2016. Now, we know this to be a lie. Whether or not they
are Yeah, they're saying it as an absolute
Well, they're
rather than
saying, Hillary sold off access, is what we know, to these,
pay to play type idea.
So we don't even want to read all these fake news articles here, folks. We just want to skim them. You got to be careful.
Another little shot of him. So they're just kind of you can see they're doing different images, linking back to the
Here, read a little bit of this
article.
one.
Rod Rosenstein would not, quote unquote, go quietly if Donald Trump wanted to part with his deputy attorney general. He was going to have to utter his signature catchphrase, or so Pete Williams of NBC News reported Monday morning. And while the other outlets had heralded Rosenstein's imminent resignation, NBC's account seemed more credible. Well, they're all not credible. After all, why would a man who had launched Robert Mueller's investigation clear the way for its untimely death? If Rosenstein tendered his resignation, Trump could unilaterally replace him with a crony. The Federal Vaccines Act empowered the president to temporarily move any member of cabinet into an open administration position without Senate approval, as long as said vacancy was created by a death or resignation and not firing. So there kind of goes, they kind of give you a little nugget of truth right there, which is to say, if Rosenstein offered to quit for a crime of making jokes at the president at expense last year, then Deputy AG Ben Carson or whoever could basically go back onto the chair of what we were saying at Mueller's team. So this is pretty much what it's going over as well. So, so they're kind of restating. So there's a couple of articles kind of restating what they were saying.
Suggested.
So there's definitely more to this than what a lot of us know about. But the reason of his resignation leaves him open to a lot of different things, and obviously it gives.
Why aren't they reporting the conflict of interest at all?
Well, that would
because nobody
be too
knows
much
this.
truth.
16 hours ago, a Rosenstein departure could raise a new conflict of issue for the justice. They're saying his firing would be a conflict, but not.
Because now he knows so much, not because of who his, wife is and who he has been reported to.
So here we go. Let's see. Rod Rosenstein subpoena threat. He's conflicted, and he's acting like it. This is from June 13th, by the way.
Wow. He clings to his role in the process despite being a central witness in Comey's dismissal.
Man.
Major conflict of interest. Let's see here.
Rod Rosenstein has major conflict of interest in Trump collusion case. Signature on FISA app. Only the latest. U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions famously and unwisely recused himself from the Trump-Russia collusion case in March of 2017 because he had met twice during the 2016 presidential campaign with Russia Ambassador Sergei Kislyak. They are, however, far more compelling reasons why Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein should have recused himself. Last weekend, in response to Judicial Watch FOIA request, that's Freedom of Information Act request, the DOJ released documents relating to the FBI's FISA, Foreign Intelligence Spying Apparatus, no, it's the application, court application for a warrant and subsequent renewals to surveil low-level Trump campaign advisor Carter Page. Although heavily redacted, these documents revealed that Rosenstein had signed off on the last one. This development is serious, but is only the latest of his many conflicts of interest And up until now, there's been scant attention paid to any of this. Wednesday night, news that the House Republicans have filed articles of impeachment against him has thrust Rosenstein and his highly partisan history back into the spotlight. His wife, Lisa Barsmuzian, is a Washington Freedom of Information Act FOIA attorney. She is a protege of the R. Craig Lawrence, whose law firm defends clients, all Democrats, against FOIA requests. Dick Morris, journalist and former advisor to Bill Clinton, reported that Lawrence Barsmuzian or both have represented Hillary Clinton 17 times, Bill Clinton 40 times, Barack Obama 45, Robert Mueller 3 times, and on 5 occasions, the FBI in general. In May 2017, Rosenstein wrote the memo outlining the case for firing FBI Director James Comey. Shortly after Trump fired Comey, Rosenstein appointed his mentor and friend, Robert Mueller, to head the investigation of Trump's Russia collusion. So that's crazy.
Wow.
That's just crazy.
Yeah, that was a good little in-depth one for sure. I love the red state there. I always.
So how did this guy not recuse himself?
Yeah.
Because none of that was out in the public, but he would have known it all. Like, that's what can come out. Like, well,
yes.
None of you guys said anything about me recusing. Well, then these House Republicans did.
Yes, they did exactly, and it's almost like this is where the dog and pony show comes in, to where, well, if you didn't ask, I'm not going to say, and if you don't know, I'm not going to tell.
Exactly. That's exactly what that is a case of.
And so when you were operating like this, how can it not frustrate, us as patriots, and even these these investigators who are trying to get to the bottom of this? We're like, well, if I ask the right question, will you tell me the right answer? Well, as long as you answer the right question, I mean, it's like, how do we know this kind of stuff unless, become aware of it? But I mean, how many times did he represent Obama and Clinton? I mean, even the general FBI. Very interesting how a lot of these individuals kind of have a little spider web of communication, and I've worked for you, I've represented you. It seems like they all have a little bit of dirt on one another, and they're all connected in some little evil scheme,
Yeah. It's a well-oiled, greased machine, folks. It's been operating for a long, long time, and they definitely know how to do this. And at this point, it's a lot of people trying to cover. It's a lot of CYA, so cover your own butt.
Your own fourth point of contact.
Yeah. So this year. All right. So what's going out there in the any more breaking news that you guys are hearing about? Where is Rod Rosenstein? That's what we're in the fake mainstream media's narrative on it all, right? They're acting like poor Rod. Every time one of these people at the head of these agencies get fired, it's like they have reasons and Trump's trying to do something. It's like, well, that person lied, and these agencies go after people that lie to them and give them felony charges. So they're allowed to come on TV and lie. Well, they shouldn't be held to the same standard as the people they interview them.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, what's going on there? I mean, this coming out like this, it's funny. Even some of the pictures they're putting up, makes him look like he's, really, really innocent, little weak of a person looking individual. You don't see none of those pictures of him with his shoulders up and broad and looking straight forward.
Yeah.
Like most people do. He's kind of timid, shoulders are down. He's looking down to the left or right, denoting that he has no power. And he's like, oh, please, please, like a little puppy dog coming to who he knows shit on or pooped on the carpet. Excuse me, folks. And so how they come to you with, the tail between their legs, and they're like, oh. And that's kind of how he's really acting, kind of like, oh my gosh, this is, this can't be happening to me. I'm getting fired, but secretly, they all know he's resigning because of what he did, his information he knew, the collusion he was working with, and it was all on their side. So, I mean, it is. You can tell it gets me going. It gets us going when we start to hear about this kind of stuff because we see right through it, and it's you were trying to shout to the mountaintops, hey, there's a reason why these things are happening. We're just kind of going back and look at what's happening. So you've been going out there, yeah. That Theresa Boyer, the creep porn lawyer, claims he has several women to prove Kavanaugh is lying. I'm pretty sure. I mean, how many they have? What, 2, possibly 3 now? Women who've come forward and who've made some pretty heavy allegations, and I'm pretty sure. Yeah, when you hang out with those kind of people, you probably have lots of access to people who are going to come up and lie real quick.
Got a little bit of Cosby. Cosby's declared a sexual violent predator. That's breaking news, folks. Breaking news. Cosby is declared a sexual predator. Go ahead and practice that line.
Yeah.
Some breaking news here. Messy U.S. politics overshadow Trump's UN speech. Brain teasers. Can you find the pencil hidden in these books?
Right there in the blue book, right in the middle of the screen. Oh, yeah.
Avenatti, new accuser to come forward in 48 hours. I guess we got a third one they found now.
Okay.
This guy is out of nowhere, all of them, 36 years later maybe. He's a serial accused.
He's been serially accused multiple times.
Serially accused on the regs.
On the regs, exactly. It's like you look around and
Cosby
that's
cocktail.
When you know. Well, exactly. It's the chamois jogs. They're getting the ShamWow out and then starting to do the sham of this whole thing because they just start coming out. If anybody went to his school, call this number because we're gonna get you on, and you can say that he looked at you funny one time when you were in 4th grade, and he traumatized you. 50 years later, you're still traumatized because he didn't talk to you or he didn't know you.
Look at this one. Soldier gets 11 years. Louisiana soldier who detonated chemical weapon. There we go. Sentenced to 11 years, 11 hours ago. Hold on here. Let me get this up here for you guys. Breaking. Louisiana soldier who detonated chemical weapon sentenced to 11 years, 11 hours ago. Louisiana soldier who pleaded guilty to making and detonating a chemical weapon was sentenced to 11 years in prison on Monday, federal authorities said. The blast set off by Ryan Keith Taylor last year emitted chlorine gas, badly injuring 2 investigators, the Department of Justice said in a news release. It wasn't clear why Taylor detonated the bomb on the morning of April 12, 2017 in Costache National Forest, east of Fort Polk, where he was
Fort
stationed
Polk.
at. So Fort Polk. After 3 soldiers conducting a training exercise heard the explosion and found Taylor filming it with his cell phone. They reported the incident to military police. Okay, so I thought this guy was a film student, or he was in the media department of the Army. He was just with his cell phone, I guess. Taylor told one of the soldiers he'd been lighting firecrackers. What the heck? A responding investigator claimed this doesn't sound like anything I should be reading from the military.
Gosh.
It was firecrackers.
Well, that's technically a chemical incendiary explosive device.
First Sarge, this was firecrackers. This is clearly a chemical weapon, soldier.
Clearly. Look at the detonation device. Yeah, that's a fuse for certain.
That's a
No.
fuse.
This is
This
a
is
chemical
firecracker. I thought it was firecracker. My bad. It was a
Sorry,
my
my
bad. It was a
bad.
chemical chlorine filled grenade. I get those in my M80s mixed up all the time.
All the time. One's the size of a softball. One's like the size of a sausage weenie.
I'm calling BS. That's a BS story of the week, brought
BS
to you
story of the
by
week.
the Patriot Hour. All right, it's a big sham.
MSN. There you go.
Bobby
That's your
Daniels.
favorite.
Bobby Daniels. I'm grateful for y'all coming through without being broken up. God bless you and your families. Thank you.
Bless
Thank you.
too. Yes.
Sounds like the Air Force guys dropping LSD while guarding the nukes.
Oh yeah, that's the
Incendiary.
special.
Little incendiary.
Mhm.
Incendiary.
So yeah, no, this is interesting. You can see it's again. There you go, right there. Headline news. That should prove it. Yet another proof of when you read the headline. Soldier gets 11 years for incendiary explosive device, and he probably got 11 years for going AWOL and doing a crime, then coming back, hiding back in the military. I'm just throwing it out there. It's just an opinion. If you actually explode an incendiary device, and that he was saying on Fort Polk. Yeah, you're not gonna get 11 years. You're
That's
probably
where
gonna
he
get a
was
little more than
stationed
that.
at. Fort Polk.
So you're not gonna get no 11 years. You're probably gonna be going for a while. An incendiary device. Now what? Now
Taylor here. I'll read a little more. Taylor told one of the soldiers he'd been lighting firecrackers. A responding investigator collecting samples from the site placed a rock covered in the unknown substance in a plastic bag that immediately popped. The investigator's plastic gloves and boots began to melt. The release said he began to experience difficulty breathing and his skin started burning. Law enforcement later found bomb-making notes, remnants of an explosive device, and chlorine residue during a search of Taylor's car, apartment, and storage building. An investigator was hospitalized after he inhaled and touched the residue. The release said, this investigators, the military's lead investigator, Joshua Farbrough, told the American press of Lake Charles, Louisiana last month that the injuries ended his career. Jeez. In one single day, I went from being in peak physical fitness to having 20% lung capacity at 25 years old. Favreau told the newspaper my military career was over, and now I'm told that I'm too much of a medical liability to be considered for employment in any capacity. Everything I had worked for so hard for, given my all for, was ripped away from me.
Interesting. He gives you the exact percentage of the lack of oxygen going in his brain, in his lungs. Folks, here's the deal. A few firecrackers went off. The guy tried to pick it up, and there were some of the pop rocks. Those little things you throw on the ground to give your kids. Oh, and it singed his nail, and therefore, this is right here. Okay, this is just you can see right.
So
unknown
this investigator
substance.
come up. He's like, "What were you doing? I want to know right now." And he's like, "It's just some firecrackers." So then this guy starts going around and collecting stuff. I'm burning. It's not funny, but that's basically what happened. And that's why you should never go up. If you suspect the person there, you're not going to try, did you do this? No, I didn't kill nobody. They were dead when they got here. And then you turn your back, they're going to shoot you, and you're dead. So here's this guy who's lying about his MacGyver bomb skills. And
here's the thing: as they say, there's chlorine residue. Okay, so any Patriot that has a good functioning tool that expels lead at a high velocity, there's a reason why when you do that, you have to really wash your hands afterwards, or don't go to the airport right after that because there's a bunch of residue in your hand. What do you think that residue is consisted of? Oh, it's gunpowder. Well, what do you think that's made of? like carbon, chlorine. It's probably gonna be some, sodium chloride, so saltpeter. I mean, that's what it's all mixed in there. So if there's chlorine residue during his search, let's see here. He's a soldier. You got to qualify in your M16 or your pistol, depending on your rank, every 6 months. Did he just qualify something? So all of his clothes have gun smoke. He just went to the range. You can see how the shamminess gets more shammy and shammier when you prior military. This wouldn't happen in the military. This it makes the soldiers look like a bunch of idiots. So we can all move on from that.
Making a Murderer Part 2 gets a premiere date. Netflix has set October 19th for the global premiere of the Emmy-winning docu-series. Making a Murderer Part 2, the anticipated second chapter continues to chronicle the unprecedented journey of Stephen Avery, from DNA exoneree and reformer to convicted murderer. Part 1 is a decent little watch if you're into anything other than the Patriot Hour.
I don't know why you would be. It would just be crazy.
You just come here and we'll tell you all about that show.
Let you know.
We'll be doing a review. I'm shucking. Much bigger things to get into here, folks. Much. Almost Famous. Remember that movie?
Oh, that's right.
Making a musical about it now.
I think
Trump
everything's a remake these days.
Catholic bishop shielded alleged predator priest from the public.
That's so ongoing in the Catholic Church and Rome and the Vatican and everything in between. Those guys got some real big issues right now happening.
What's going on out there with all the Patriots? Stephen Avery was set up. Tina Meyer. According to lots of the evidence, I would agree. I would agree. But that's just based off what I've seen. I watched season 1 was a very interesting. I think I watched it all in like a matter of a weekend or something.
Was a little hyper watching and
little speed watch.
Mm-hmm.
Little.
It's almost like,
I'm on the couch all day on Sunday-ish day or something. A long time ago.
Don't want to quite get your brain going, so a little hyper watching, so you can ingest the information at a high rate of speed. So.
Right. I'm going to go here for maybe another 20 minutes or so, folks.
Yeah, maybe see if there's any queue updates while we're here up on live, and I don't think there was. Looks like the same.
Ooh, let's read an old one here.
Ooh.
This is a November 6th of 2017, post 117. All right, folks. Future proves past. Why was the arrest of Alaweed and others important? How was Alaweed and B.O., at the time Barack Obama, tied to Huma? Why did Alaweed finance Barack Obama pre-political days? Why did Alaweed finance Barack Obama pre-political days? Why is Huma? What is Huma? Define. What book was Barack Obama caught reading? Why was this immediately disregarded as false? What is Post-American World by Fareed Zarakia? Why is this relevant? Why would the President of the United States of America be reading this book? What church did Barack Obama attend as pre-POTUS? That was one with Reverend Jeremiah Wright,
And
who was also B.O.'s mentor. How is Alaweed and HRC connected? Who is HRC's mentor? How is Alaweed and Bush Sr. Jr. connected? What occurred post 9/11? What war did we enter into? What was the purpose and disclosures given regarding justification? WMDs, wasn't it?
I believe so, yeah.
Who financed 9/11? Why recently are classified 9/11 pages being released?
Interesting.
What just occurred in Saudi Arabia? Well, they had their own little, indictment type, over 2,000 people arrested.
Yes.
What
Which is
FOIA
really
docs
huge
are being publicly released recently? Why is this relevant? Now remember, folks, this is back in November of last year. Mm-hmm. What information is contained within these C releases? Why is Christopher Wray important with regards to these releases? What does money laundering mean? What is the single biggest event that can generate many nation states to pay out billions?
Ooh.
Who audits where the money goes? 15,000 for a toothbrush? Reconcile. Why did we attack Iraq? Halliburton. Who are they? What do they specialize in? What is oil field service? Why is this relevant? What senior level political officials are affiliated with Halliburton? You know who owns that? That was old Cheney, wasn't it?
I believe so.
What is a primary goal? Or he was a stock owner or stockholder.
One of the big stockholder.
Huge percentage, 60% stock owner. What is a primary mode of influence that drives corruption? What does money buy? How is this connected to Saudi Arabia? How is this connected to Alaweed? How is this connected to Las Vegas?
There you go. Talking about them making a little meeting with Trump. I don't know if that was the second time they attempted on him making his life, and then making it a false flag and getting him in the process. Very, very interesting.
Here you go.
Let's see here. Let's go on some of the answers.
Can you see that or no?
Yeah, I got it. Yeah, the big picture is important. Was important. Acts multiple funds provide everything. The bottomless bank vault for involved parties was immediately sealed, cutting off a financial resource to involved party. No one is owed favors by these people. They are dripping in wealth and power and have been calling the shots in U.S. Gov for decades. Oh, yeah. How was Alaweed Barack Obama tied to Huma? Alaweed's closest friend, racist and black Muslim lawyer Khalid Abdullah Tariq Sheikh Ali Mashour was outed in 2008 interview as having been involved in getting Barack Obama into Harvard Law School / Muslim Arab Spring. And that Huma is, what is it? If you go scroll down for a little bit.
Hold on, sorry. Responding to.
Oh, no worries.
Yeah,
Huma, Harvard. Yeah, nice.
All right.
Thank you, Miss Amy. No, it says the Huma is the Harvard. What was it? Harvard University Muslim alumni. Post-American World War by Fareed Zakaria. What book was he reading? The Post-American World. Wow. What is Post-American World by Fareed Zakaria? Globalization and world unity are inevitable. Illegal immigration and Islam are not problems we need to face. Why is this relevant? Barack Obama was in agreement with the agenda to weaken or destroy America. Why would the President of the United States be reading this book? Preparation, ideological agreement with the main premise. Church of Christ, yeah, POTUS, who was Barack Obama's mentor, Abner Makiva, Jeremiah Wright, Bill Ayers, Saul Alinsky, and Frank Marshall Davis. How was Eloise and Hillary Rodham connected? Her largest donor, therefore her owner. Donor means owner.
Her largest donor is her owner. Oh.
And that, who was her mentor? Robert, former KKK members, Alinsky,
Robert Byrd. Let's get somebody. Yeah, you guys know these people. It's unfortunate.
So
how is Eloise Bush connected? Oil, First War, foundations, CIA.
Oh.
What occurred post 9/11? The Patriot Act was enacted right afterwards. What war did we enter into after? Afghanistan. What was the purpose and disclosure given? The Taliban were hiding Osama bin Laden from us. Who financed 9/11? Saudi Arabia. Why recently are the classified 9/11 pages being released? Bad actors were planning to make King Solomon, the MBS, the Muslim Brotherhood Society, or no? I can't remember what that was. Do you?
Muslim Brotherhood. Yeah, who knows? Yeah, it could be.
Patsies for 9/11, bringing the 9/11 plotters to justice would have served as a cover and justification for their recent roundup of persons who were corrupt. What just occurred in Saudi Arabia? Counter coup, house cleaning, bad actors removed. So they went through what we're getting ready to go through, folks. They kind of had theirs already, supposedly. What FOIA docs are being publicly released? The JFK assassination and the Clinton investigation. The Hill policy, national security. FBI turns over new Clinton investigation documents to Congress. Why is this relevant? Investigation ongoing. She is not off the hook. What information is contained within these C releases? Who knew what, when, and who did what, and who did it?
Whoa.
The who, the what, the when, the where, the why. Why is C. Ray, Christopher Wray, important with regards to these releases? FBI director worked under Bush, already knew what is in them before sealed again. What does money laundering mean? Flooding bad money into a system so it can be used for another purpose and be untraceable. What is the single biggest event that can generate many nation states to pay out billions? War. Who audits the money, where the money goes?
General Accounting Office. Yeah.
15,000 for a toothbrush? Money laundering. Reconcile. The U.S. is cleaning cash. Why did we attack Iraq?
Abstainingly to disarm Saddam of his quote-unquote WM days. Halliburton, Dick Cheney on board.
Folks.
Yeah.
Who is that?
Two companies that made massive profits of 9/11. And the other was United Defense, Halliburton, Dick Cheney. Who are they? Yeah, multinational oil conglomerate. What do they specialize in? Service and equipment for oil fields. Yeah, why is this relevant? You're talking company made massive profits from the Iraq War. Iraq has oil. KSA has oil. Qatar has oil. Iran has oil. Dick Cheney and Bush, politics affiliated with Halliburton. Monopoly defense contracts, And the drives corruption, money drives corruption. What does money buy? Power.
Favor, influence, the world, access, silence. What is that? Acquiescence?
Yeah.
Power.
A question, yeah. They got Prince Alaouid bin Tahal, major donor, Clinton Foundation, Hillary Clinton's campaign, as well as many other politicians, Bin Laden families. They weren't they in New York right when the 9/11 towers were happening, and the CIA flew them out of country? Yeah, because they were afraid of the blowback that his family would get, because
How is this connected to Alaouid? Al Qaeda. He financed the attack, Pan-Asian Triangle. How is this connected to Las Vegas? Prince Alaouid bin Tahala, owns top 5 floors of the Mandalay Bay.
Well,
We thought we found Bill
Vegas
Gates.
shooting, Mandalay Bay, and
Summary: the arrest of Alaweed and others are important. Alaweed and Obama are tied to the Harvard University Muslim alumni, Huma. Alaweed financed Obama's pre-political days. Look at Harvard University Muslim alumni, Huma. Obama was caught reading The Post-American World by Fareed Zakaria. That was immediately disregarded as false. Why would POTUS be reading this book? What church did Obama attend as pre-POTUS? Someone who was Obama's mentor. Alaweed and Hillary are connected. Someone was Hillary's mentor. Alaweed and Bush Sr. are connected. We entered into a war post 9/11. What was the purpose and disclosures given regarding justification? Someone financed 9/11. Classified 9/11 pages are now being released. It just occurred in Saudi Arabia. FOIA docs are being publicly released. Important information is contained within these C releases. Christopher Wray is important with regards to these releases. Money laundering war generates many nation states to pay out by the billions. Someone audits where their money goes. $15,000 for a toothbrush. We attacked Iraq. Halliburton. They specialize in oil field services. Senior level political officials are affiliated with Halliburton. Look at the primary goal. Look at the primary mode of influence that drives corruption. The money buys something. This is connected to Saudi Arabia and Alaweed. This is connected to Las Vegas.
yeah, so you can see it. All these old, who finances, who was immediately discarded as false. He was supposed to be a Christian. Oh yeah. Talks about the church he attended. His different mentors. And then it goes a little bit in depth of how Alaweed and Hillary Rodham Clinton were connected.
Henry
Kissinger. That's another globalist as well. More. It just goes in a lot more in depth about the ones they already gave us up top. What just occurred? $8 billion in assets to be confiscated by King Salman. I mean, yeah. Real reason to stop Saddam selling this kind of stuff. I mean, Kuwait was burning. Someone had to cap the wells. This is so you can.
Yeah, and I've seen them burning folks. We go into Operation Southern Watch, floating in the Persian Gulf. We go up to Operation Southern, I believe, and that's where we could see it at nighttime. You go up on top of the flight deck of the ship, and you'd see all these. I mean, burning for 10 years at this point. Even at the time I was seeing it, or 8 years later, because Saddam had supposedly set all those on fire, and they were. I don't know for what reasons were given. They didn't want the oil sold, and it takes some. Takes a little bit of work to get those out. You have to send in a guy that actually have to do explosions.
Controlled explosions, yeah, no, and that's where a lot of stuff came for it. And of course, yeah, there was a lot of stuff that came out of, why he caught the fields on fire to the National Reserve. Who knows? We know that Saddam Hussein was a Freemason, so who knows all the backstory on that one. But the bottom line is we can see almost a year ago. Here's a post stating everything that we've been going through and looking at right now. So, again, we don't want to keep on saying it over and over, but it does get kind of old when you say, hey, the future is proving the past over and over again. It keeps on improving it. Like we read this, pretty older Q post, and here we kind of already know all this information. And it's like, and all of us kind of takes like 9/11 as an inside black flag, false flag job as just like kind of the truth, but a lot of people don't. This information that we all are getting here, what you're reading right now, it's like we know this is happening. But for the majority of people you talk to, the are still in the sheeple stage, they actually believe this is the bunch of box cutting terrorists took down these flags, and buildings fell at free fall speeds that has never happened in the in the history of mankind.
So let's take the last 5-6 minutes here and
Give some shout outs.
get up some shout outs, folks. Let's got any questions? We'll maybe try to answer some questions. You got any do a queue update here.
Miss Covial 41. Hey Sharon, North Carolina here too. I'm trying to see. I think NC stands for that. Stevie Flax. This is Cheney.
Cheney.
Carl Harris, glad to hear. Russell Bobello. Hussein from Iraq was a partner to Daddy Bush. When it went bad, it was Operation Desert Shield. Yeah. Then from Desert Shield to Desert Storm, then of course you get all the other different operations after that. Of course, yeah. Good call on that one. Good call.
Yes, Trump's EO. We got June Lisa Berry. Hey y'all.
What's
Nazi
up, Lisa?
World Order. That's right. That's supposedly what it is.
I agree with you, Piano Lady. Yeah, the Nazis were deeply interested in occult Illuminati. Oh yeah, no, that's the Vril Society. You know,
that was the first attempt at a new world order for the Nazi world order.
Yeah.
We recently found out that the NWO doesn't stand for new.
It's the old full world order, and yeah, you know, Hitler was
We're gonna
financed
get this
by the
new world
Rothschilds.
order. We're gonna get the new world without the order, is what it's gonna be, folks.
Yeah.
New world without all the order.
Oh yeah, Carl Harris praying for sure. Also in California, different kind of storm there for sure. You know, Florida. You know.
Good afternoon
Where
to
we
all the
go on.
Patriots here from the Patriot Hour.
Crying snowflakes say the Nazis lived in South America and here. Yes. Project Paperclip. We know 100% that at least 2,000 to 5,000 scientists, engineers, individuals from Germany came over. They also flooded into Venezuela, Dominican Republic, Chile, all that in there. They also went, other parts that accepted them in. So, we know Hitler didn't commit suicide. That's been kind of already the mainstream actually already debunked that mainstream narrative, the History Channel on that one. So it's like, they went all over, just because we knew that was Hitler was just a puppet. The people actually running that whole entire regime over there, they had an agenda. So when the people needed to get scattered and kind of hunker down until the next one comes back up, well, they knew where to go.
All right. Thank you, Amy, for the episode on
Yes,
Tucker.
for
Yes,
sure,
it was
the
a good one
moderator.
we did. Yes, welcome, Patriots, far and wide. Welcome to the Patriot Hour. We are near the end of this live feed, but it'll be available for you to rewatch.
Don Wasabi, we gotta love you. Hugs from Chile. He lives in Chile. U.S. expatriate veteran. Nice. Dan Wasabe. Hugs from Chile. Nice.
Dan,
Always love our patriots, no matter where you are. And hey, as a vet, again,
Ashley.
thank you for serving, brother.
Give a little shout out to Ash. She was one of the first
Ashley, there you
here.
go.
One of the old bees, one of the old timers.
Mm-hmm.
Blue Angel, thank you. Crying Snowflakes.
Oh yeah, Blue Angel, thank you.
Seen
Yeah.
a building that's made into a swastika. Yeah, I've seen tons of them.
Yeah, no, actually, there's a lot of old castles in Europe and stuff like that, and even in the Asia area. Oh yeah, Ashley Letton, Bloodlines. That's right. We know about that. Oh, Fritz Springmeier, he broke down the 13 head ones. That was how Pucan, Chile, huh? Nice. You must be loving the weather out there, brother, for sure. Yes, Connie. Thank you, Mike and Ben. Thank you, Connie. You're awesome as well.
You guys, a good documentary that after probably about the 10-year mark of doing all the research, maybe 12-year mark in, that I watched, that kind of summed up a lot of my own investigations and connecting all the dots, and that I would passed on to other people, and they're like, it's tough to get through at points, but there's some really good chapters. All of it's important, and I'm not saying I agree 100%, but a lot of it, and that is the Age of Deceit. So if you can find, that's actually available on YouTube.
Yeah,
Wouldn't you agree, Ben? It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I do. It's brought to you by A Face Like the Sun. Again, I will back up Mike on that. Is I don't agree with everything he says, but there's actually two videos: Age of Deceit, then Age of Deceit 2, and what they do is they kind of put in a lot of what a lot of us have been thinking in a great format, easily ingestible. Another one that I personally would recommend is something called Scientism. It's a documentary over the actual religion of science that can be just as religious as now I'm not talking about natural science. It's one of those isms, one of those word porns. So scientism is like the belief we came from monkeys, and I don't think that's true. I think we're created by God, so that would be a scientism that's taught as truth, but it's not really truth. How come a bunch of dumb monkeys running around because they haven't changed to humans yet? I see them in the zoo all the time. Tina Meyer says it's only a conspiracy theory until proven true. Well, and that whole idea, conspiracy, if two or more people are thinking about an event that has not happened yet, they are communicating. If they try to make that event happen, they are now conspiring. That's why you can go to jail for conspiring to murder. You can conspire to steal. I mean, that's punishable by the law. So conspiring with somebody else to do something is not necessarily you have to prove it true or not true. But when we talk about conspiracy theories, that's a kind of a name that the CIA, the disinformation that puts on there.
Yeah, they invented that a while ago to help get a good jump on anything they didn't like.
So yes.
Conspiracy theory is an explanation of an event or situation that, what do they say, can't be backed up by more than, I can't even remember.
Yeah, I don't know the actual dictionary website, but what are they saying here? I'm going to go up here and read this one. He put Joseph Menes, Jesuit Freemasonic propaganda is scientism. No, I agree with you 100% on that one.
A conspiracy theory is an explanation of an event or situation that invokes a conspiracy, generally one involving an illegal or harmful act supposedly carried out by government or other powerful actors. Without credible evidence, conspiracy theories often produce hypotheses that contradict the prevailing understanding of history or simple facts. That's what they got it down to now.
So okay, so we could, yeah, exactly. So we could say people. So we'll call them plotters because they're plotting to do something, or, yeah. It's interesting. So we understand that, and what is great about what Q's doing, what's happening, is the fact that he's shining a little bit of light on these things that we always were kind of thinking, we know it's true, but there's really no tangible evidence, at least in the public domain, that we can grab onto to really say, yep, I see that there. Yep, okay, cool, move on from there. And I think that's what this is doing now. So
I agree.
Pamela Stelusto says, the Patriot Hour, I've watched your channel for quite some time. I don't say much, but I want to thank you and your team. God bless all of you and your families. Yes, thank you, Pamela. Bless you as well. Blessings to yours and your family. Yeah, we're doing the best we can with you guys out there. And I know that some people don't really like to comment that much, but we appreciate it. And we definitely we hear you guys. We really do. And getting this information out to you is it's a passion with us, and I don't think this is what we're going to be doing for quite a long time, because what is it we were talking garage talk earlier. You don't have to steal the truth. Or what was that little quote you were telling me that in the garage talk about when you're repeating truth to somebody, you don't have you're not copywriting truth, you're just
let me see if I
getting
can
it out.
Yeah,
that was a really good saying, but because I'm butchering it all up right now, I'm just saying that there's in our garage talk we have a lot of really cool little points of figures, because if we're going over something that somebody else did or information that you already know, like, all you're doing is just going off and just reading what's on the front of the screen. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of information there, and how you ingest it is all how you either read it well or not well, and so it's interesting when it comes to truth.
All right, hold on here. Okay, so actually I'll just pull this up here, because I wanted to bring this up so you guys are getting a little something extra special here on the fly.
Extra special.
Nothing real major, but okay. So let me turn us off for a minute. All right, so on this video here I worked on last night, and right here in my description, folks, right underneath the video, the very first link, SB2 link, right to the article. But in the comments, I don't know if it's...
I think it was one of you guys were giving us some good feedback, and because we do go through we go through all these the comments as much as we possibly can, and we try to give feedback.
I'm not seeing it. The comments have grown a lot, but anyway, yeah, somebody's like.
Right there, Mike.
Where?
You're quoting from Serial Brain.
Please give him credit.
Give him.
And there's been a few in there. And that other one, plagiarism. I didn't do the whole article, and I definitely added a lot of my own words. But somebody's like, your video's just like this other guy's, and you're stealing from War Drummer and Serial Brain. I was like, yeah, War Drummer only reads Serial Brain articles as well. He might do it better. I don't know, but I know he does. I maybe give the shout out. I just totally forgot. I just did my video the way I wanted to do it, and then I gave the credit in the comment section, folks. But information's information, and that's what the guy, some commenter did say. He was like, information is free, and we're just trying to pass it along. And good information, truth in this movement is all about sharing. I put share on all my own content. I tell all of you guys to share. Take it, share it. Nothing done malicious there. There's an article sitting out there that Serial Brain wants everyone to read, that many people as possible to read. If somebody wants to make a video over his article, because in his articles he gives all the links and pictures which just take you to a Q post. So I got all that lined up, all the little links. I got the videos he lined up, the links, the Facebook or the Twitter, the photos downloaded, put it all together into my film editing software, and then I talked over it and read his article. It's similar to what War Drummer would do. That doesn't mean I'm copying War Drummer. I'm just trying to get to you guys the message out that I felt was great in that article. So there's going to be a little bit more of that because I said that we're moving into the realm of doing this full time and making it our passion. So we're going to try to get more information out. There's going to be original content, and then there's going to be articles that are read. This is just part of the Patriot Hour.
And, you know, thinking about
You can go ahead. We can hear you. I think I might have. There it is.
No, I was saying that, you know, how many in one individual, how many newspapers can you read in a day? How many articles can you read in a day? You know, the fact that we're doing all this and even, you know, reading some articles and putting this together, so we have a time that, you know, all of us can get together and go over this information and have a platform to say, hey, one Patriot said, hey, I read this somewhere. What do you guys think about this? Or, hey, okay, we'll do that. Or, you know, that's why we're banding together and we're opening up not only the website so we can have a greater platform to band together, but
somebody
your
just
individual
said, crying snowflake, and you could respond to this. See, you guys are going live more often. I'd like to add, you're going to see the videos still. You've seen some videos last night, this morning. You're going to see the live feeds. It's just another avenue for us to travel down. So go ahead, Ben.
Think about just, extra content. Yeah, no,
Extra
I mean,
content.
nothing's
There you
gonna,
go.
you know, that's all it really truly is. It's almost like, you know, Mike and with the Patriot Hour, the team out there's, and, you know, they've been putting out content on a daily basis. Daily basis.
Real quick. Share, wait, before I lose it. There you
Sharing
go.
our
Kevin
list.
R. and Mickey Sr. Kevin R. and Mickey Sr. Hello, Patriots, and hello to Mike and Ben. We are all facing the same enemy. Let's stay together. That's the
Ooh, I
point
like
there,
that.
folks.
Yes.
My
Exactly.
content, I suggest any of you to share it. I give you full permission to share it. If somebody likes exactly what me and Ben go over in a video, you can redo the video in a better manner and get the stuff crunched down, and it's your own words and you're actually doing all this work. Go for it. I would never be mad.
Put it out. The truth doesn't. How can you get mad about getting it out?
And I get the point about giving credit. So forgive me if I read an article verbatim. I will let you know. I'll always try to link it. I'm not trying to plagiarize or steal anybody's work. It never would happen. We're just getting the message. A lot of this stuff we go over has been done in the past. Fritz Springmeier. You know, we're going over some of his pyramids to show you that and break it down. Somebody can comment, hey, Fritz did this back in 1995. You would be correct.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Even back in '95, they were still talking about this, and hardly anybody was listening. But look how many listeners and patriots we have now, and we have this good information to go over, and you know, stuff about Bill Cooper and, you know, Fritz Springmeier, and there's a lot of other people like that.
Okay.
So
I'm new to Vote. I'm new to the Vote website where you do a video on how to use Vote and know whose post you are reading. We can maybe get to that later, sometime today, maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, we did an earlier episode that went briefly over what Vote was. Although we didn't go over actually how to use it. We had explained in that video that we weren't going to set up an account live with you guys, because I mean, that's, you know, you can set up your own account. But we'll be happy, maybe an episode or two down the way we can actually get on some more, maybe go more through it with you guys. Although if you go back to the episode, the greeting Vote window, the actual website that I think you sent a link out to, they have a welcome. It's like any other welcome website. It tells how to log on. Once you have an account, you're looking for stuff that Q dropped, and that's where you're looking at. So if you look for it, it's pretty straightforward, and it tells you how to look for it. And maybe we'll go over it a couple more times in some future episodes, and maybe you can check our last couple episodes to see about the Vote thing.
All right. We're going to probably shut this feed down a little bit over the mark that we wanted to be, but that's perfectly fine. That's what's cool about
No worries.
doing live and working with the greatest patriots in the world right here on the Patriot Hour.
Yes, sir.
This is a show for you guys. The Patriot Hour weekly show is going to evolve into a Patriot Hour, Patriots in control, Patriots in full control. And that's you guys. You're the Patriots. You're going to be in full control. We got new things coming. We got a new idea for a location on a studio, which is just honestly another room in my house. But we're going to probably let a lot of patriotic user feedback come back and tell us some of the ideas of things. Maybe with the P.O. box, you guys can send some things that you would like to see hanging on the wall.
On the wall, yeah.
And then some of the monies that has been donated, you guys will have a lot of user feedback on what gets bought and what goes where. So these are just some of the ideas to think about. Patriots in full control. You're the Patriots. You're in full control, even down to some of the content that's going to be on the Patriot Hour weekly show. So we're working all these bugs out, but that's what it's going to be, the Patriot Hour, Patriots in full control. So get used to seeing that show once a week at a minimum. And it'll be a live show where we interact and kind of like what we're doing, but with a little bit more of a platform. We'll definitely have our articles and everything to go over with you guys to get you the truth. That's what this is all about, and we can't forget that. All right, so
Nice.
I'm Mike.
That was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Mike and Ben here. We were really glad to join you guys. You guys joined us, and we were able to join with you here at the Patriot Hour. The Patriot live chat is full of some of the greatest Patriots of this time.
Oh yes, no, very excited to have you guys. I feel like we got a good, strong team of investigators, and that's all you guys out there keeping us on point.
Joseph
And,
Minnis. Sorry, he put, I'd like to contribute. Folks, there's tons of ways to contribute here at the Patriot Hour. If you look in the description box, you're going to find the Patreon. All right, if you want to support the Patreon on a monthly amount, whatever works for you, that is available down below. Okay, the Patreon account, and then sharing the videos. There's all kinds of different ways to support. Do it in the way that you can, what works best for you.
Yeah, a good comment, a thumbs up, definitely.
Sharing, if you got other
That's
social
the biggest
media
thing, man.
if sharing a
Post
video
on.
of truth might put you in a predicament with family, friends, don't do it. All right, I would rather have you more peaceful in the mind and in your daily life and watching the show than trying to shove too much down anyone's throat.
Exactly. We would like to get the truth out to as much people as possible, but we also are about retaining relationships with patriots and friends and family, because that's where your biggest support system is those around you. So I think Mike and I always say,
do we have a P.O. box? Yes, we do have a P.O. box. That'll be available soon. Just making last minute arrangements on everything before we put that out. So here shortly, folks, everything's going to come all up at once, kind of. The website, the multiple different ways to watch, the multiple ways to support the Patriot Hour. And that comes in the form of, donations or, Patreon, sharing the videos. That'll all be worked out. We love you all, Blue Angel. No fuss,
sure.
do it. Sempify, Old Republic Armory. Nice. New Mexico up there, I see, huh? Little Duluth Air Force.
And we see, a lot of you guys commented tonight some questions about some information, and what Mike said is perfect. When the website is up and it's staying up and it's up for good, all these questions you guys have about when, what, who, what we're doing, how it's happening is all going to be laid out
right
in
on the
one
website.
Really great spot. Yeah, so
and a lot of times
we're definitely doing
some of the information of what we go over in an episode. If you want more, a little bit more meat, there's going to be a blog or sorts, a form blog after every video title, and that'll be a place to get more information. And eventually we might need moderators over there. We'll keep some of our moderators in mind that do the good work now of the Patriot Patrol. And we love you all. Have a great, blessed afternoon into your evening. And we might be able to, I'll definitely be back at some point this afternoon with another video, any queue updates, or maybe another surprise live show.
Surprise.
This evening.
Yes.
It's not really a surprise if I tell you.
So.
But we're testing the waters, folks, so we don't really want you guys to plan on being here. If it goes off and you're available, that's the whole point. It's not like, well, you let me know if you're doing one, then I'll make myself available. Well, that'll come when we're on a set night. That'll be you making time for it. But as of now, we're just kind of popping in and out when we decide and when we need to do our testings and get some numbers. This could take a few weeks. But we're doing everything for a reason. Everything we do is for a reason. And there is a reason for our madness.
We're trying, the same thing is. So, again, lots of love. It was a great, had a good time. All you guys, seen everybody from all around the earth, from down the Bahamas, down to, the Chile, all the way up to North Carolina, Texas, Florida. Oh, not Texas, excuse me, Florida and some other places. So, just from all over, man. You guys are just awesome. We love it, and definitely get some more content out for you guys today.
Have a burning queue. That's funny. What is that? What are they saying in the chat there?
What is it? From a Dollar Shave Club, have a burning queue. Oh, Ty-Jan. Last night she got an email from the Dollar Shave Club entitled, "Have a burning queue." Interesting. That, what is it, the Dollar Shave Club?
Nobody works harder than Mike and Ben. We appreciate that, bud.
We love it, you guys. Yeah.
Yeah, Amy, what does that mean? No fuss. What does that mean? I didn't get it. All right, thank you for your calm voices. It helps. PJ Peterson, thank you for your kind comment. That helps. That helps me remain calm. All right. Night Flyer Forever, Michigan is in the house. And the Patriot Hour is almost out. Patriot Hour has left the building. All right. Mark Taylor. David Woodruff, yes, I've seen a few Mark Taylor videos. I'm not opposed. Like I said, I watch lots of things here and there. I keep up with a little bit of everything. All right, until the next one, folks, we are out. Thanks for joining us. It's been a very patriotic morning, afternoon. I'm your patriotic host, Michael. This is your patriotic host, Ben. Have a fine patriotic afternoon. A fine patriotic day.
Fine patriotic evening.
You have a fine patriotic night as well. And we'll see you tomorrow. No, we'll see you later on this evening. We salute.
We salute you for sure.
You guys have a great afternoon. Patriots in full control. Patriots on patrol. Shout out to our moderators for doing such a great job. We need you, and we appreciate you and all the hard work. I'm sure you enjoy the show. And we'll see you back here real soon on the next Patriot Hour update. Keep fighting for your freedoms, and I got you on, Ben.
And never give them up to idiots, because once you give them to idiots, very hard to get your rights back.
That's right. Give something up to an idiot in any aspect of life, and it's tough to get it back.